Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Doing yet another beer. I got my last Tavor crate. This one I bought because it has a funny name and it won a GABF Gold Medal from River North Brewery. Squirrels Just Want to Have Fun. Yeah, so it's a brown ale with coffee and vanilla, 5.3 ABV. Won a gold medal at the GABF last year for best coffee beer. Can's fairly fresh, a little less than 3 months ago when I'm shooting this. Anyway, pour it into the official Chad's Beer Reviews pint glass, 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷 that is. And yeah, that's a brown ale. It might look black on camera. It's like a deep chestnut. It's actually clear. Got a kind of small layer of kind of beige foam, but it mostly has gone by now. Let's give it a whiff. Yeah, smells like every other coffee beer. Well, maybe not every other coffee, but this one does have that kind of iced coffee slash borderline jalapeno kind of aroma. Has a sweet smell too. Like I did the WeldWorks coffee one, about a week ago, and they're very similar. It smells like iced coffee. It smells like when you walk into Starbucks. It's like the smell of like coffee and cookies. So, I will say it smells authentic, but I would like to smell the actual base brown ale there. I'd be curious to see, is it American brown or English brown or what? So let's see what we're in for here. Cheers. Yeah, it's funny. It kind of reminds me of the WeldWorks. Basically the same thing. It's like iced coffee, or like those Starbucks frappuccinos that come in those little glass bottles in like a 4-pack, or even like those Monster energy drinks that are coffee flavored. Yeah, kind of tastes like that. Sweet flavor of iced coffee with like a lot of sugar in it. I don't know if there's literally a lot of sugar in this. It does say vanilla. So the vanilla itself, I don't know if they're like using like actual vanilla bean or some just kind of vanilla extract, or I guess it would have to be real vanilla, because if it was artificial, they would have said, natural flavors or something. So, so far, tastes pretty authentic, but it tastes the way it smells. Tastes and smells kind of like simple. It's just coffee and vanilla. That's it. Actually, you know what this does remind me of? It reminds me of coffee ice cream. Yeah. Think of coffee ice cream as like, it's like a vanilla ice cream plus the added coffeeness to it. I will say this stuff, it does taste like a beer, don't get me wrong. And using brown ale as a base is like, a pretty good idea, because you're going to get like a kind of natural nuttiness. I always describe brown ale as like a Snickers bar. It's like chocolate, caramel, nuts. I don't know if I would go as far as say I'm getting like a noticeable amount of chocolate or caramel on here. There is like a little bit of like a nuttiness in the background and into the aftertaste. I'm not really getting like a lot of specific hops. Usually like American brown ales, depending on which way they go, they can either be like, pretty big piney hops or citrusy. I guess I would probably say like maybe floral on this one. Yeah, so 5.3 ABV, not super strong, not super light. So it drinks the way that you think it would be. 5.3, medium body, moderate carbonation, call it smooth. I wouldn't go so far as say creamy, but it's easy drinking. Finishes sweet for sure. Not like cloying sweet or anything. No, nothing like fake or artificial. It's kind of like the same flavor. Like I said, this tastes the way coffee ice cream tastes, and it has like the same kind of aftertaste as coffee ice cream. Before we get to the score, gotta plug Tavor. I forget how much this was. It was fairly cheap. If you want to sign up with Tavor, scan that QR code wherever it is, or look in the description box or the pinned comment. I always forget to mention that. You can click on that, use my referral code when you download the app, and that'll get you $10 off your first purchase. So my score for Squirrels Just Want to Have Fun. Great name. Label's kind of lame. Like they could have went they could have done a better job with the label. This is pretty simple. The actual beer, like I said, it's tasty, but it's kind of simple. It just tastes like coffee. They should have just called this coffee ice cream, the beer. Maybe that'll be the title of this episode. I like it, but it's not amazing or anything. So I'm going to go 7 out of 10 for this one. Maybe 7.5 if I'm really being generous. Like I said, I can't really think of anything wrong with it. It's just kind of simple. So if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next episode. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.
By the way, I'm wearing my Buc-ee's shirt. I guess one rodent deserves another.